Hello and welcome back to another video. I married the nice narcissist, the nice guy narcissist. Um, Part 6. So today what I'm going to talk about is a situation with his daughter. So his daughter was doing some inappropriate things around my kids. And this particular night, I had went to the bathroom and when I walked past the room, I heard like some moaning, and stuff. So I listened. I was like, "Oh my God, this little girl seeing something or hearing something." So the room wasn't far from where we were up in the living room, watching TV. So I told her, come here, come here, come here." So he comes, he listens, but it's not your response that you would think. In fact, he reverted to me, like he was like, "You supposed to be on my side. This my daughter now." When I tell you the mind, I want to say something else, but the mind screwing, mm, that was it. I was like, "What you mean? I'm just trying to, because we are already was seeing like little things she was saying and stuff like that, and he'd already been saying that, her mama about that life, that stripper life, and she's a hoe, da 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 da. Anyway, so I'm just like, what you mean? You hear it for yourself. He refused. Like it didn't even make no sense to me at all. But what are you upset with me for? I'm trying to help the situation. I have done nothing. And she's only 5 years old. That is something that you should really get down to the bottom of. But no, he turned his focus to me, which makes no sense at all. None. And I'm just baffled. So the next day, they playing, my kids and her playing, and she feels on my daughter's butt, and my daughter come and tell her to stop doing that. And I said, you know what? We finna go to her dad and tell him what you just told me. And she does, and he whoops her. And that's that. I'm thinking that, okay, which I don't know, but anyway, I'm thinking he get the picture now. Your daughter is doing some inappropriate thing, and she's bringing it around my kids, you know. I'm like, correct this. I mean, and see what's going on with her because something is going on. Somebody, either she's seeing something or somebody doing something to her or whatever. But anyway, so later on that day, because he would do odd and end jobs for the landlord, he was downstairs painting. I goes downstairs to the apartment downstairs to talk to him. Mm-mm. He didn't say one word. He turned around, and all the apartment has chandeliers in the top of the ceilings, and he snatched that whole chandelier down on me, cut my leg. I went upstairs, cared for that, and I just went in the back room and shut the door. A few minutes later, he come upstairs, come in the room with his daughter, as though I had like he wanted an apology. I know it's crazy. I know it don't make no sense. And so I'm just looking like, I don't know why you standing there. And he tells her, come on, and leaves out and comes back with my oldest daughter's bike and throw it at me. Now, I know y'all saying, how in the world and why did you put up with this stuff? It's almost like somebody where they got you so mind, if I can say, fucked. They you just can't you just would have to experience it to understand it. And especially when they go back and forth with treating you good and then treating you bad, terrible. They go back and forth with it just enough to keep you with them. Or, you be so confused. And after a while, if you've been with them for years and years or married to them, it's so much tied up in all of this. And they always know how to pull you back somehow and keep you in that cycle. And a lot of men and women don't know how to break that cycle. Um, I thank God that I eventually did. But then, so, but anyway, after that, um, when his daughter go home, she tell her mom that he beat her. So they arguing and back and forth and into it and whatever as they normally is. I pretty much stayed out of their stuff because I just never been in that much drama. I just never indulged in so much drama. So I kind of stayed in the background. And to be honest, I felt like that um, he wanted me to indulge in that and me and her get into it and all that and that. Even though she didn't like me and it wasn't that I didn't like her, I just didn't like some of the things that was said in all of that. But to be honest, about it, I can see where a lot of it was coming from now. And like I said, I never like didn't didn't like her. I just didn't understand why she didn't like me. And I know now why she didn't like me. Well, at least some of why she didn't like me. And I understand why, he was, playing that, because he had already been telling me way before I even met her and pumping this thing up for me and her to be in rivalry with each other. That's what they do. That's what they do. They act like they the victim, that that person did them so wrong, and it's probably the other way around. So, but anyway, after that happened with his daughter, um, I just couldn't understand why would he blame me. So one day he was going somewhere, and I was in the kitchen cooking, and he come running up to me like a bull, like a raging bull. He was like, "You supposed to be on my side," like he would say things out the blue. Like he was talking about with his daughter, but I didn't do anything to his daughter. It's just a lot of crazy stuff. Whatever going on, and the little uh, delusional things going on in their head and all that. And you know, so after he do all that, he comes back and he throws a broom at me. Then I thought he was leaving. He threw the broom at me, whatever. And so then he came back and like I said, he did eyes and then jobs for the landlord. He had this big old key ring with like, I don't know, about 60 keys on there or so more. He came and threw that in my face, hit me in the face with that, cut me above my eye. And he was just, out of control. So I called the police. The police comes, he's resisting arrest, fighting the police, not fighting the police, but resisting arrest, talking to me, saying he's going to F me up when he get out. And so the other cop that was doing the report, he asked me, did I want to press charges? And he said, well, it doesn't matter if you want to press charges because I see that cut above your eye. I'm going to press charges. So he goes to jail. Calling me. I never checked on him or nothing. That was, the piece, that little piece right there was. Mm-mm. So he calling me, talking about, can you please drop the charges and all this. I said, well, I never pressed charges. I said, the officer pressed charges. So you don't have to stay there. Yeah, and so he stayed in jail, got out, and he was cool for a while. And then when he wanted to pull that victim card, he did this to me. I came home one day and he was an empty pill bottle on the bed. And he looked like he was foaming at the mouth, laying in the bed. I come in and I was like, oh my God, what did you do? And he just spit, foam coming out of his mouth. So I go to call 911. He was like, don't call 911. I said, what you mean don't call 911? And he didn't say nothing. Some told me to lift the mattress up. I lifted the mattress up and the pills was up under the mattress. The pills was up under the mattress. He didn't fake this whole scene. And I asked him, why would you do this? What is the purpose of you doing this? And he always would say, well, it'd be better off if I was dead. And he used to always play that card with me. He gonna kill himself. His baby mama almost drove him to killing himself and walking in front of a train and all this stuff. He been telling me stuff like that, like stories like that for that she did him so bad. Anyway, now I'm not doing him bad, but you doing this to me. You sitting up here acting like you done took a whole bottle of pills and laying up here foaming at the mouth and you ain't did nothing. He did that to me one time too many, and when he started again, I told him, go ahead, kill yourself then. Go ahead. You ain't gonna make me feel bad. I mean, you would take me through all this stress. I'm sitting up here trying to help him, and as soon as I get ready to call, he's seeing me hysterical. He just want to see if I care about it. That's what they do. They'll do some crazy stuff just to see how much you care. Yeah. And he did it another time, couple of other times. And I got to the point it was like, you want to kill yourself? Go right ahead. Because the stuff you doing gonna kill me. I was like, you know what? If that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. Because I'm not, you not finna worry me on this when you playing games with me. That's what they do. They play a lot of games. They play a lot. I mean, they go far with it. Sometimes too far. So I say, when he started pulling them cards, I tell him, go ahead and do it then. But mind you, sometimes when we driving, we somewhere and he driving and he gets angry, he would tell me, he was like, I'll kill both of us right now. And driving like a bat out of hell. Sometimes I honestly don't even know what triggered him to even respond like that or act like that. I don't know. I don't know. Mm, I don't know how I went so long dealing with him. I don't even know how I had the strength to deal with all that. I can remember a time when I first found out my youngest son was seriously sick, and we had to go all, like go all to these doctors and all up in Michigan and everywhere. And I can remember how he treated me when we were there, and the stress that I had on me at that time. How can you put more on me? When I tell you this man stressed me out while I'm dealing with my son and dealing with what the doctors is telling me about my son and his illness and all that. I swear to you. We had to stay up in Michigan in a hotel, and that man literally tortured me the whole time we was there. The whole time we was there. I just couldn't understand it. I just could not understand it. And they had put us up in a hotel because my son was in the hospital. And um, I don't even got words for that. I don't even have words for that. And to put me through all that, I first found out when my son was 12 that he had a serious illness. And my son is 31 now, and he's still with me. Some of the videos you might see him walking around, but he really wasn't a lot of help with him. In fact, that was his opportunity to inflict pain when I was like deeply concerned for my son and trying to get all the help I can get for him. Yeah, yeah. It's like the more, um, if you going through something, they're not gonna be there to help you or sick or whatever. Just like when he first cheated, I didn't know I was having surgery. I found out after the surgery, which I didn't mention that part. Like I said, it's so much. But the first time that he cheated, and when I found out, before I found out, I was having surgery. I found out afterwards, but mhm, I had surgery not too long after that. Though I didn't mention it in part one about when I had surgery. Like I said, it was so much, but all the stuff, that he done, I found out that when I was having surgery, he was cheating, and the whole time didn't even know nothing that he even cheated or nothing, and he just said, "Well, I couldn't tell you then," or whatever. You wasn't gonna tell me anyway until you was forced to tell me, and you probably wouldn't have said nothing then. But because of your situation, and your place in the congregation that the service that you they forced you to tell. Other than that, you wouldn't have said nothing. Anyway, As I said before, this is raw and uncut. Um, this is a new channel. I don't know much about YouTube. I don't even if much at all. I don't know much. I'm learning. I'm trying to learn everything I can. But one thing I know is that I need to. One thing I know I need to get this out and tell my story. Um, like I said, I didn't think that I was going to. And it doesn't matter if a soul, you know, somebody, it's gonna resonate with somebody. These videos is gonna resonate with somebody. And I know, listening to them, some of them sounds really crazy, really, whatever. But the purpose of the videos is that if it helps somebody or resonate with somebody, that is the reason why I'm doing it, not just for myself, and not just, to be talking about something. It's real. Everything I'm telling you is real, true. The nonsense of it. I've heard other people's stories, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah, that's what happened, yeah, mm-hmm. Or you hear stuff from other people's story that resonates with you. The crazy making, the nonsense, and that's all these videos is about. It's not about anything else. So, if any of what I said in any of the videos resonates with you, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Into my next video. Love, peace, and happiness. Bye.